You gotta let me know if the wind is blowing.
All right.
There you are. Oh.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. I'm pretty far over there. I just need to turn myself.
Hang on, I can move you. You weren't that far over earlier, but now you are. There we go.
There we go. All better.
Yeah. So how are we doing tonight?
I think we're doing all right. I was just downstairs filling up my water and decided to have a piece of celery with some peanut butter on it. Before, so I'm afraid I don't have any peanut butter on my face.
Oh, we just got a Patreon pop up on Ash Evans on there. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a Patreon pop up live before.
Yeah, I don't think we have. Well, thanks and welcome.
But yeah, so, I was actually just playing a little Knack 2 before the stream. I was finally picking up where when we played it on the Backloggery stream a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
I was finally picking back up. I think it's a legitimately fun game. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, so it has online co-op.
I don't know if it's local only or online.
I see. So it keeps on popping up saying like, welcome to the chat. I think that YouTube is having a lot of problems today. So hopefully this stream will go pretty smooth, but we'll see.
I'm not showing any dropped frames, luckily, so
yeah.
That's good.
I mean, it keeps on popping up saying, welcome to the live chat.
Oh, in the chat room. Yeah, I see that. I don't know why it's doing that.
Google Cloud has some exploded servers. Yeah. Maybe that is the reason why the Shot Triggers interview Q&A that released today is like our worst performing video in
years.
Maybe. Not that we were expecting it to do
it was
like gangbusters like it was gonna do.
It was just a token little bonus that was really geared more toward the Blu-ray than YouTube, but
right.
You know, we wanted to put it on YouTube, but it's done worse than I ever dreamed.
Yeah, it's been interesting seeing it do nothing. Basically.
Basically nothing, yeah. But you know, hopefully the people who have interest in it will find it anyway. I mean, it's not obviously it's not something that would be interesting to everyone, but I think people who are into the genre would have fun with it.
Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I think that's fine. I was just hoping that more people would be a little more excited about it, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, maybe it's doing a lot better, and I've heard that the YouTube is like catching up. For like, I mean, it's just like catching up, like it's like backlogging the from the time that like the downtime or something like that. Like people could still watch. I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I was just testing it out earlier. I noticed that there's a password feature.
Oh, that's cool.
Just in case I don't finish it tonight, but I'd like to think I surely could.
Yeah, I mean, this is the apparently the last game by the
I don't really know where
the treasure people.
Yeah, at least some of the treasure people. I was trying to verify that information with some Google searching, and it was difficult because I don't think the game has credits at the end.
Really?
So I don't know if people are just guessing or if it's actually known that some people worked on this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how difficult it is, because
you played the one of the NES games.
The first one, yeah. I
was looking it up. I mean,
but
there are actually like a lot of Konami Toons games.
Yeah, but they're very few of them, I guess, are like really good, like kind of platformers like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this one has definitely a unique, like, dashing mechanic. I played through most of the first level when I was testing things out. So
okay.
I sort of figured out what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're getting the hang of it pretty good.
To some extent, anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
the opening demo has like most of the first level on it, so.
Oh, okay.
I kind of.
Cool. So is there a button to? There's like a dash button.
Yeah,
like
it's R
like,
or
like
R. I mean, you can customize the controls, but it's R or L.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to like wait for my dash to fill back up, or else I might not be able to get up to the top of that bookcase.
I see.
This naked wolf weirds me out. I mean, in a universe of animals that at least wear shirts, you know, like
yeah,
it doesn't
like
feel
why
right.
Is there a naked? I mean,
why is there a naked wolf in their school? You know.
Well, yeah. It's the woof. Do you know anybody like said wolf? But they would say woof.
With a.
They'd say woof. So woof.
Oh,
it's like
woof?
that's just the way. Yeah, I mean, I had a friend who
I don't know
said wolf like woof. So it's just a
wolf.
like a.
That sounds like maybe it's like a New York thing.
You calling the woof?
I started this boss fight. I think I figured out what to do, but I didn't.
How many levels are there?
I have no idea. I think I have to like knock the food into his mouth so many times. That goes all the way to the top.
So yeah, I mean, I guess it's, even though the video's not doing too great, it's like, I think that people will be excited to kind of get back to the regularly scheduled program.
Sure.
With the next episode, which is clocking in at probably just like a touch over 40 minutes by the time it's all said and done. And that is on save files, specifically on cartridge save files.
And then you're going to do the plan right now is to do an episode for 2 weeks later that is about
right, because we have a script like well into already being fully written on, like other external. Yes, and probably like right in a row. So I mean, hopefully that first one is people like it and they're curious about it. I think that people. I think we might be surprised at how much people are interested in it.
Yeah,
or maybe not. I don't know. Like I might be the only person that really cares about like preserving my my save files, because to be fair, I am like a little over the top with it, and I mean I am like that in the episode too. So it's I mean. I think that people will think it's pretty neat, especially for like cartridge stuff, because there's a lot of options out there, but I mean naturally like we can't cover them all. But I mean there's a lot of different things covered in it, and I think that it'll at least give people a place to start from, if they've ever thought that this stuff in the episode was ever possible. I mean, I think there's probably people out there that never thought that this was possible. I kind of talk about at the beginning, when I was younger, I didn't realize that I always thought the saves were on the battery. for some reason, because it always say battery back saves. So I assumed that like it was on the battery.
The little conversation before this boss fight made it sound like I was supposed to feed him and not fight him, but it's looking like I'm supposed to fight him, I think. That's weird. I never, like, you know, super regularly watched Tiny Toons, but, you know, it was sort of thing that I watched if it was on.
The chat's saying you gotta feed him.
But I was feeding him a bunch and nothing was happening.
Well, I think you're just knocking him back. You're stunning him.
Yeah, but nothing was happening when I was feeding him. Like, does he just, like, get too full at some point?
Probably. Oh, there he goes. Probably.
Yeah, I was doing this before, but it just seemed like I wasn't making any progress. This is my last life. Let's see what happens.
But yeah, SRAM is interesting. You know, it's just like, I guess it's just something that I'm stupidly passionate about, is preserving my save files from when I was younger. You know, I lost some key saves when I was a kid, and I've always been looking for a way to make sure it doesn't happen again, and I definitely have now. So basically, it'll cover NES, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Genesis, Master System.
No Game Gear.
And Super NES. Yeah, but there's no Game Gear. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff. People will be like, oh, how come you don't say anything about the DS? And I basically tried to keep it to, you know, like Game Boy Advance is the newest platform that's covered in it. And maybe stuff like that.
You know, people like to say like, oh, cartridges are back, baby, but they technically call them cards now. They don't call them cards. Yeah. Like, of course, they never call them cards. They call them game packs. At least Nintendo did.
But it's cool. I mean, it's for me, and I guess it's always like in the episode. I guess it's kind of given away. Like the big reveal for me, at least, is the ability to write your saves back to cartridges, which I think is pretty amazing. And one of my favorite. It's my favorite part about it. Kind of changed the way I perceive a lot of. Like just say, like backing these saves up is one thing, but being able to, you know, back them up and put them on another cartridge if you ever needed to, and the whole angle of the whole episode is like those save files are your personal history with that game, which is kind of a cool way of thinking of it. Like, that save file kind of has your experience. So yeah, I hope people like it.
Mystery weight challenge. Oh, chance to get extra lives. I need those right now.
Right. Retro Freak, there's a line about it, but we didn't have any way to say it directly. I just like, you know, it kind of covers a little bit of the Retron, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I see Azura saying, like, you know, it really bummed me out when I lost my Sonic 3 save. It's kind of like when I lost my Phantasy Star save, you know, from when I was a kid. I was really sad about that, but also I don't specifically say it in the episode, but I lost a Secret of Mana save that like all 3 games, like I don't, but at the different times I played through it, like I named the girl character after like whoever I had a thing for at the time. And I was like, I was real sad to lose that. Not that's not creepy or anything, but whatever. But you know, I guess the thing that really got me thinking about it a lot also is when I was making this when I was making that Phantasy Star episode about how I wanted to be able to have saves from like different points in the game. And that's kind of when I really got into looking into virtual console stuff and like extracting those saves from virtual console. And because you can find like late game saves for stuff like that. Or like on virtual console, you might find like a maxed out save.
Oh, hey, we got 5 Canadian dollars.
From Rafiki, says, if you don't know about Tiny Toons Adventures, get some DVDs, search for it on YouTube or wiki it to do more research about it. Yeah, Tiny Toons is not a show that I really watch because I think that you were probably
out of the age range.
Yes, I was out of the age range.
But what's actually interesting is I was much more into the stuff that Warner Brothers did after Tiny Toons, like Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. I was like way into those. I'm pretty sure Tiny Toons is like what immediately preceded Animaniacs. But, you know, I mean, I remember watching it, but it was just never, like, a thing. But I loved Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. Like, middle school and high school, I was all about those.
Yeah, Try has complete, like, 100% Donkey Kong Country saves.
Oh, yeah. I was actually kind of thinking in my head if I wanted to play something else on Super Nintendo and this only took like an hour to beat, like maybe Donkey Kong Country would be fun. I don't know what the...
Oh, it's like, is it like 101% is what you can get in it?
100.
It has a little asterisk on that.
Yeah, it's 101 or 102. I forget. I actually didn't do that until much more recently because I never. I'm not saying more recently. I mean, you know, within the past, I don't know, maybe 8 years, I just didn't have a lot of motivation to 100% the first one because the bonus rooms you find them and you get extra lives, but you know, I don't really need them. So I mean, there's just not a lot of incentive. Whereas the mini games in 2 and 3, like they give you like collectibles that you need to like unlock the bonus worlds.
I see that really quick. I see that 01 Phoenix 79 is talking about the Retrode 2, and the Retrode gets probably the most time in this episode.
Oh, there's limited continues.
Uh-oh.
I thought the password feature had me set.
Yeah, the Retrode was a real game changer for me. I have to admit.
I mean, we could have just made it a Retrode episode, but I think, like, looking at all the ways that, like, there's some things that people might already own that are useful for doing this kind of thing. Like, specifically if you were only interested in certain systems anyway.
Right.
Or maybe you don't need to put it back on the cartridge. You just want to put like a save on EverDrive. There's like, ways to do that doesn't have to be as complicated. Or like if you just want to do Game Boy stuff, like the Retrode isn't necessarily even the best thing for Game Boy.
Right. Well, I mean, the Retrode doesn't currently support Game Boy Advance saves. You can play games from it, but you can't do anything with the saves right now. And the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance there's a ton of different options out there, and I don't know if it'll be annoying to people that like we really don't talk about many, but I think that people would be surprised that something like if you have the ability to use the Game Boy interface. Game Boy interface has a ROM dumper and a save file dumper and restorer built into it. And I think that people may not know that. I didn't know that, and for the longest time.
Oh no! Oh, that's horrible. Maybe I had to dash through that?
Well, I knew it was not going to be an easy game.
The NES one had infinite continues though, didn't it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, the dash lets you get out of that.
The INL Retro Dumper is mentioned, but it's a little bit too complicated, I think, for people right now, especially since it's all like command line stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Hang on, I'll show. This is kind of someone's saying that this part is hell. So the newest thing that I show in this is something that I didn't even know existed, but Joe Redford told me about it because he was contacted by these people, and this is called the GB01 from Submodule, and it's right now it's just like kind of a bare board, but it plugs in. It's just like a little thing here, and you can plug your cartridges in here. Look at the back of this PCB though. It's got like the Japanese painting.
I'm wondering if I run out of continues, if they'll just give me a password to continue from, or if the password.
Oh yeah, there's unlimited continuous pass. There's an unlimited continuous password, by the way.
Oh, but I mean that if the I'm only going to use passwords the game actually gives me.
Right.
So that's why I'm wondering if the game will give me any passwords.
Oh, I don't know. But this thing, it's pretty new, and it's still it's going to have a shell that's available a little bit later on. But it's basically like a Retrode that works completely with Game Boy Advance and all Game Boy games. And it's still, there's a couple of little suggestions. It's been kind of cool. Like I was able to suggest certain things, like, oh, you should work this little feature in, or you should have the ability to put their certain file extensions on. And they've been able to implement that. It's kind of neat.
I wonder if the stars earn extra continues? Because it seems to take too long to get stars for lives. But it seems you keep them even when you continue. These coyotes have weirdly good posture.
Blade Blur, the next episode is cartridge save files. Backing up, archiving, and restoration, I guess would be the correct term for it. So, back them up off the cartridge and be able to restore them if your battery ever dies. There's a ton of options for the Game Boy, and I'm sure that people will be like, "Oh, you missed so many different things." I looked at a list, and it's just like I don't have the time to be able to do all these. So, the Retrode is the longest part, but it's really not that long. I mean, there is a good amount of time at the beginning spent on changing cartridge batteries, so that's all in there for people that are interested in that. I mean, there might be people that are like, "Why are you wasting your time on this?" But I think that that's a good. People might not realize that it's not that hard to do, and if you remember a couple months back when I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do it, I was pretty nervous about it, but I feel like if I can get that across, like it's not that tough. Just like take your time.
And some people are like gonna be so bored with that part, but I think it's important to.
Well, it moves.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that like the very idea of soldering is like it's gonna stop a lot of people.
Yeah. 01 Phoenix, I sent some messages back and forth with one of the people at Dragon Box, are the ones that they're producing the Retrode 2 right now. And they say they are, oh, that's pretty cool. It goes up the hill like that. There is a NES adapter like in production.
I thought maybe I had to jump on the track.
Soldering it definitely is intimidating, but I'll tell you, I was really, really scared about it, but I think it was like once I did it, and I'm like, oh, this is not so bad, and I guess that's the thing that I try to get across in the video. It's scary, but it's not that bad after you kind of know what you're doing. Yeah, and Flux was like a real game changer. Kind of just understanding what it does made a huge difference. Yeah, I mean, the Retron 5 is mentioned in there, but I know a lot of people that have lost their saves because of it. So we encourage people to practice the stuff with non-sentimental saves. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what people think of it. I might be bored by it, but I have a feeling that there's going to be a good amount of people out there that are interested. And like for me, the idea of taking virtual console games was huge. And not only that, but you can take saves that started life on a EverDrive if you want to. You could take saves that are generated by like retro, like within like an emulator in RetroArch, and put it on the cartridge like after the fact. So I think that people might be interested in that, and that you use the modern conveniences of stuff like a flash cart, and to be able to then take that save file and put it on the cartridge afterwards. Like after you've finished it, you can put it onto your own save, onto your own cartridge.
Oh no! Ah!
Jeez.
I mean, it's pretty neat, but that part's pretty cool, but it's a little tough.
But yeah, I think that that's, who knows? I mean, maybe it will be boring to people that are here in watching this stream, but I think that it might be in general, it might be an interesting.
Mostly because you do some unconventional things with the saves.
Yeah. And, you know, the whole preserving your digital history is like a big deal, at least for me. You know, I like, it might sound silly, but I love the idea I could take my save that it like began life on the virtual console, the game that I played like completely like through a digital download service for a game that I did not own at the time. I played like in the episode, the specific example is Link to the Past, because I borrowed Link to the Past from a friend growing up, and I played through it all the way that way. I didn't replay it again until years later on Virtual Console, and I was finally able to, you know, complete it 100%. But then that save just like is like associated with the Virtual Console download. So when I like went out and bought my own copy of it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to replay it again. But now I can take that history, like something is like, I guess it's still, because it is digital information, but like something is like purely digital. And I was able to, in a way, like make it real on a cartridge, which I think is
definitely a fun way to think.
It's cool. Yeah. Oh, we got $1 from Blabler. Thank you. It definitely, no, replaying Link to the Past is definitely isn't the worst thing. I mean, it's
right, but
it's an amazing game. But I mean, I like the fact that I can
your
take that
specific file that you made at that time.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know, those 57 deaths is what my save file has on it. I mean, it's cool to be able to have that. But I mean, it's very possible people will say like, man, you are way too sentimental about this. Excuse me, about this stuff. There's no Dreamcast saves in this one. I mean, that's something I'm aware of the one Dreamcast thing, but I don't know if you can do it unless you have like a broadband adapter now, where you can like you can. Oh, look at that. But you know, in a lot of ways, learning how to change batteries, you know, has been a gateway. It's been like the gateway drug. And I've been doing other stuff. Oh, we got $2 from I'm guessing it is
New Zealand bucks.
Warren Hokie. No, first
else?
saying any hopes of an OG Xbox RGB Masterclass? Absolutely. We need to get on the entire Masterclass stuff. I'm guessing that the next Masterclass is probably, it's very possible it could be probably GB Consolizer, if that's going to be considered a Masterclass.
I think it's definitely got to be that.
We also got 5 New Zealand bucks from Retro Revolution. Thank you. Says, good day, fellas. How's it going? You get my message about the PSP Pro console? Yes, we did, and it's just like I will send you a message, a reply tomorrow. Thank you about that. Sorry about that. It's been a whole matter of balancing my life lately, like in terms of not only making videos here, but I've been had a significant amount of freelance work lately, and my kids are also out of school for the summer, and we have a babysitter coming during the day, so I can work here, but I don't get started at when they were in school. I mean, I was starting my work day at 7:35 every day. But now, like, the babysitter doesn't get here until 10, so it's like this huge chunk of time that I'm missing. I only got 99 cents from Ryan Rouse. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, oh, we got another 99 cents from Ryan Rouse. Thank you. There's another naked wolf.
Yep. I definitely don't remember that being a thing in the cartoons, but it probably was. Oh, there was a gold carrot up there. I probably didn't be it. Well, I wonder if that might extend your health. I don't know. Oh, what? Oh, did I finish the level?
Hopefully. I mean, you almost have
is there a boss? This is a very involved level.
This level is a nightmare.
Oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do? Oh, do I have to, like, break that or something? Oh man, this is tough. I mean, it's fun, but it's tough. Tougher than I was expecting.
This game is altogether evil. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to, like, not be that tough, but
you're expecting definitely easier than the NES
game.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
yeah,
Super Nintendo has a reputation for not being as hard as NES.
Yeah, even the NES one was a surprisingly difficult game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You had a lot of trouble with it.
The train and football is probably the hardest parts. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if that's what's keeping a lot of people uninterested from the Q&A, because it's completely in Japanese. I mean, it's very possible. Like, less people are interested.
At the same time, like, I mean, some people are just...
There's a lot of really good info in there. And what I think is cool about it is that it's almost entirely unique from the full documentary. Like, the stuff... I mean, I only used, like, less than a minute in the full documentary, and the Q&A is like 37 minutes. But I mean, it was very much something that was designed as a bonus feature for the Blu-ray.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I mean, people wouldn't know necessarily that, you know, you have to, oh my gosh, use subtitles. So that still doesn't necessarily explain why people didn't even click.
Yeah. We got another $2 from Warren Hokie. Says, love the channel so much. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll do our best. Oh, we got a $10 from SSJN saying, to other viewers, is the stream Sega CD quality, or is it just me? P.S. Hi guys. I mean, I'm watching it. I can make it 1080p 60 here, but I know that the like all Google stuff has been having a real problem today.
I mean, I'm not showing any dropped frames on my end, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's saying that it's the stream health is green, which is looking good here. Although it would be fun to do an entire stream at 12 frames per second. 64 colors.
Something I'm not sure on is if the Tiny Toons characters are like specifically the kids of the you know, pre-existing Looney Tunes characters, or if it's unspecified. Like, I remember as a kid, I was like kind of confused at first that like, oh wait, these are like their own characters. Like this is not Bugs Bunny as a kid. This is Buster Bunny. Like I didn't. It took a little while for it to register with me that they were original characters. Because I don't know. I feel like the obvious. Oh no! The guy kind of forced me off the edge.
Kratic says 12 frames was a Smash Brothers stream, and that's true. That's true. What I think is really funny though is
it wasn't really 12.
Says,
well, it kind of was 12 frames because it slowed down just that much.
What's funny is that Kratic says court the 12 frames per second. So 12 frames was the Smash Brothers stream. What I think is fun about that. I mean, like I don't know. Maybe I've talked about this before, but people might not know this. It might
ruffle some feathers.
Well, no, it's not gonna ruffle any feathers. I think that people will be like, "What?" So my name is. I go by Coury, but my name is actually Courtney. I mean, I don't know if
it's been in an episode because you had your yearbook photo.
That's true. That's true. That's why my name is spelled the way it's spelled. Is because my name is actually Courtney.
There was a male doctor that I saw. I mean, I didn't see them, but I saw them in a place that I went to. I saw that they had another doctor who was a male doctor. Name was Courtney, so it, you know, they do exist beyond you.
Yeah. Critics, but the reason usually is just a typo on my iPhone autocorrect, but I was like, oh, maybe this person knows. Maybe it's somebody that that knows me like in real life or something like that, or just like has known me.
Oh, have some people called you Court?
Oh yeah, I mean that was definitely a nickname when I was really, really young.
Okay, I get it. So I didn't realize these cracked things can be all of them.
Is there like you have some invincibility frames there when you do that kick?
Probably.
SSJN just sent me a screenshot from his over Discord. Sent me a screenshot from his 4K screen, like what it looks like, what we look like on there. Oh. It's got to be a Google problem. It does look like Sega CD though.
What are you watching at?
Well, when I first saw the comment, I put it up to 1080p 60 to see if it would work, and it did. But I just have it at 480p right now. When did I become Coury, and why did your parents pick Courtney? I suck everybody, so I feel your pain. I mean, I guess they thought I was gonna be a girl until I was born. Like the technology at the time was limited enough that you didn't know. Yeah, I mean, they thought I was gonna be a girl, but it was, I guess, my name choices was between Courtney and I think it was Morgan. This was the other option for my name.
That's a gender neutral name. More gender neutral than Courtney, but I mean Courtney can in theory be both. I mean I've known men and women named Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's actually a character in Fire Emblem Awakening that I think, depending on what you do with the parents, can be male or female, and the character's name is Morgan.
Mm-hmm. But they went with Courtney, but Coury, I don't know when I started doing him. I feel like it might have been probably second grade, maybe third grade is when it was really started to stick. I mean, I had like one of my best friends growing up, like always called me Courtney, like basically still would, like we talk regularly. Probably.
I think I did it.
But
I think I did it.
But I mean,
more?
all the way through like elementary school, there was a lot of the first day of school.
Oh no! What do I have to do?
Probably hit the button as fast as you can.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm just mashing. Oh no, we're going 88 miles per hour! That's funny. Whew. How many levels are in this?
I don't know. Does the chat know?
I mean, certainly the second level was a lot meatier than the first.
Yeah. Cody is saying that the football level is the next stage, and a lot of people are saying that the football is the hardest level in the game.
Well, so it sounds like it gets
football.
Its difficulty is loaded early on in the game.
Oh, next is the Haunted Mansion. I think I heard somebody say that the Haunted Mansion has awesome music to it. Yep, it is the rental difficulty.
Oh.
Okay, so Mansion is easier.
What I'm wondering is if the game will give me a password when I totally run out of lives.
Oh, yeah.
found an old mansion just in time.
Just in time. Passwords only work on the children's difficulty.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a difficulty selection. So how many levels are
there? 6 stages, it looks like. Oh, someone joined our Patreon there.
Oh.
Anonymous did. Welcome. We have the next 4 video logs already shot.
That's nice.
Yeah. Speaking of that, how many video logs do we even have? Oh, wow. So we have over 60 exclusive videos now, which is crazy to think about.
I mean,
when you think about it, though, I mean, that's...
Yeah, I mean, they're low effort videos, but, you know, they're fun little things that we just want to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you just did an unboxing of the Circle of the Moon, Bloodstain. Curse of the Moon. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I've been playing too much Game Boy, I guess, lately. Oh yeah, I mean, we did try. How that thing was like really long too. I got $1.99 from Aaron Marc. Thank you. Who says, how is the CRT geometry calibration video coming?
It is not.
It's
still a thing we would like to do.
Yeah. You should check out Retrode if you haven't yet. I feel like you probably have. Who's doing an excellent job. That kind of stuff. Just basic PVM repair and everything. I just watched one of his videos today because I have to. So I have a 14-inch PVM that the menu button does not work on it, and I was like, oh, I guess I have to take off the face of it and fix it. But it turns out that it's really tough to get the bezel off on it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. You got to take the whole tube out and everything. Oh, I know. I know you're just getting... I can appreciate. We've certainly deserved it. That's why I was, we're doing this save file, like the cartridge save file, and then we're going to do a an external source save file, like memory cards and all this stuff, like backing up and all that stuff.
Surely won't be as involved.
It's not going to be nearly as long for one, but also most of the script is already in a various state of completion, and the idea is to finish with that script before I even finish editing this episode. Which is something that I've thought a lot about. I struggle the most with writing. That was I saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not real sure what the... can I stand on top of the hammer?
Probably. I assume so. Because it's going to knock you so you can jump up on it, probably.
Okay.
It's... I mean, a region protection. I mean, I could see maybe doing something like that. I mean... I could see doing that. The problem is that
it's bad. does not die. Oh my god.
Oh, there's Retro Tech right there. Is in the stream. Welcome.
Right.
And thank you. I was just watching one of your videos today about removing the bezel on my PVM 14M2 MD. It's like the one that has it doesn't have any expansion slots in it, but you can put it has 2 RGB built into it. And then I saw when you said, oh, you know, you got to basically take the entire thing apart to be able to get the bezel off. I'm like, oh man. Which is, I guess, if I had somebody there to help me with it, like would not be super nervous about it, but like taking the whole thing out that sounds like an entire day worth of effort to be able to do that. Yeah, exactly. It takes a long time to do. Yeah, so that's something. I mean, I don't know why the menu button is not working, but it hasn't worked on it since I got it, basically. But maybe that'll be a project for sometime in the future. But I don't think I'm there yet. It seems like a scary experience. Well, I mean, maybe the membrane does. I don't know. I mean, it's like I was like jamming that thing to see if maybe something happened where it wasn't reaching the button on it, but I mean, you can tell that the button is not completely right on it. Yeah, you can get that board out behind the buttons. I thought maybe it was something that cracked, or maybe it was like a soldering issue. But what's kind of cool though is I had a BKM 129X that was what I thought was killed during like a power surge. I don't know what exactly happened, but maybe it was with one of my outlets. I plugged something into it and it sent like a surge through it and went through the whole PVM and like went out through the BKM 129X. And the 129X is only showing a red screen. So I mean, it's been like that for like 3 years probably at this point. So I was a little bummed out about it, but I'd kind of moved on. And then I saw our good friend Dan Toons a couple of weeks ago when he was here for Cincy Classic, and I just gotten it back from you because I think I had like
the busted card was in that BVM.
Was in that PVM in that BVM, yeah. So it was completely unusable. But it's like, you know, you can use it as like just like a dead card. You can use it for like on camera stuff if you ever needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a prop, I guess. But he looked at it. I was like, well, if you want to take this, I mean, I'd be curious to see if you can figure out what's wrong with it. And he figured it out. He fixed it. He fixed it, he said it was like the surge that went through it, like killed 2 of the resistors and 3 of the transistors that were in it. And he had one of the exact same cards, so he did all kinds of testing on it and traced it back to that and swapped out those parts from his own version of it, and it worked. So now he fixed it. I can't believe it. But the other thing I was thinking of, if I couldn't, if I didn't want to take the whole PDM apart, I know that it's possible to like a remote exists to be able to, you can, it like essentially is like a whole other like menu thing. And I saw I had like a R232S or whatever, like a serial port on it. I was like, I wonder if you can like connect it to a computer and make the menu come up that way. Because all I need to do is just, I don't even need to do anything like really in the menu besides change that second input to work for a component, because they're both set to RGB. And I'd like to make the other input work for like component stuff. So I really only
do something other than just keep hitting the sky. It did something the first time, but not anymore.
I mean, is there any sort of I can't, like, the menu, pressing the menu buttons makes it so that nothing comes up.
Oh, wait.
I mean, I tried to get into the service menu, and, you know, pressing menu and then like holding down the Gauss and enter doesn't take me into the other menu. So I just guess it just does not. You gotta deflect his projectiles.
Oh. Ah, I see.
Enter the Dragon Punch. Yes. If you go to the front page of the channel, there's a playlist that has all of our live streams in it. So everything is archived, but it's unlisted, but it's in a public listed playlist. Retrotech, where are you located? Oh, okay, so you're down in Tennessee. You're not actually that far from me, I guess. Then let me see how far that is from me. I'm in northern Kentucky. So, I mean, it's probably far, but you never know.
I think I did it. Oh, that was our friend.
No, you're... Okay, so you're like 4 hours away from me. It looks like. That's cool. If you ever get up this way, or if I ever get down that way. That's like, nah, that's not far at all, really. This is a good area. I mean, a lot of people within like, so if you're down there, I mean, that means you're only, you're probably like a couple hours away from Boltar and everybody. Like that's there's a lot of people within like within a 4-hour radius from me. Yeah, I mean, if we ever get down to Nashville, I know that my wife really wants to go to Nashville sometime. I almost had a chance years ago. When I lived in New York, I did a lot of video editing for one of my main clients. Did a lot of stuff for the Country Music Awards, so I did a lot of promo stuff for that. And when we moved here, he says, "Oh, I got some extra tickets for the Country Music Awards if you want to go." But my wife was like 8.5 months pregnant at the time. Arcade show in Nashville. Well, it's like a...
So football time, huh? This doesn't require this doesn't require knowing how football works, does it?
I don't know.
Surely not. I mean, it was made in Japan. Not that. I mean, your average Japanese person probably knows more about football than me.
Are you ready for some football?
No.
They still do that song is like on Monday Night Football. Like, are you ready for some football?
Oh no!
I mean, we should show
a
little bit of the though.
Playing. Oh no! Oh no! There's. Oh no! There is actual footballing. I'm going to need some step-by-step instructions. Why would I run or pass? Oh no! The clock is going.
It's okay. I think. Oh, we got Dave Jackson pledged $1 via Patreon. Welcome. You got like a whole Discord chat and everything. I see that looks like Dave Jackson has already appeared. What is the coolest My Life in Gaming thing that I've ever gotten to edit? I mean, game-related stuff. I've done some game-related stuff even before like the channel started. When I was in New York, I got to edit a like an announcement, like a. It's hard to say. Like when the Xbox Connect launched, I got to do like there's an event, and I got to edit like a promo thing.
What did I do wrong? I didn't run out of time.
Maybe. Take care, Retro Tech. Thanks for stopping in. And keep it up. And I think we will definitely be in touch. I didn't realize you're so close. What else? I mean, I've done a couple of like short films. I wonder if I can find them. I've done like a lot of medical things, and that's like the majority of my stuff that I had to do in New York and everything. It was like FDA approval things of like doctors talking about like why like whatever new drug was gonna be the best thing that everyone's ever heard of. Let me see here.
I have no idea what a down is. And if it's good or bad that we're on the first or second down.
Oh no. I'm just seeing if I can find anything on here.
About what? Oh, your old editing?
Yeah. I should do that as a video log. Some of my old videos that I did when I was like first getting into this. I think I've shown you some of the stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen some.
Oh, you did. Sure did some a lot of the you got to edit a lot of the Shantae trailers.
Oh really? Because
Yeah.
that's cool. Because I actually did the Shantae Ultimate Edition trailer myself. I've done a few trailers for Way Forward as well.
I got to edit the sizzle reel for Windows 8 launch.
Oh, I think I'm gonna make it. I did it! That surely can't be the whole level, can it? I hope it is, but it's probably not. Oh, we won the game. I don't understand why I lost a life the first time. I don't understand what happened. Like, I just kept failing and failing and failing the second life, but it kept letting me go.
If you can launch this, but here's a trailer for a short film that I.
Oh, okay, sure. So now I know why why they asked me to do Shantae Ultimate. Because I noticed that they did have a lot of other Shantae Half Genie Hero trailers on there. But now I know who did them.
Let's see here. I don't find anything else. I got to do a. Oh, this is like a long time ago. I did this thing about like a reality show about an older lady with Parkinson's, struggling with Parkinson's. I wonder if I can find it here. I wonder if it's on YouTube. It's like I must have done that. Gosh, that has to be like 9 years ago now. Oh, here we go. Oh, they didn't keep any of the old ones. Unless the...
Calamity Kyrie is not a sports buff. Sometimes he invents things. I didn't expect that to be the Coyote's specialty. Well, I guess Wile E. Coyote kind of invents things, but they're bad things. I don't really remember the Coyote in Tiny Toons. Whoa.
Yeah, mode 7.
Some.
I mean, I wish that I had like more exciting things to show people. I mean, I wonder if this is on here. Hang on.
I have no idea if the plane is dangerous. Oh, that's fun. I think. Okay, plane's back.
Here's a trailer for a short film that I edited 6 years ago.
Did you add the film or the trailer or both?
Both.
I know I've seen bits of short film you edited.
But a lot of the stuff that I've done is just like it's just like medical stuff. It's like there's nothing really too exciting about it.
I think you were editing one when you were at my house one time.
Yes. It always seems like that stuff happens and comes in when
Do you still do those?
yeah, I actually have a new one coming in this week. So it's gonna be a busy week. Oh, Retrotech is become a patron. Hopefully, if you're hopefully welcome, and hopefully you'll show up in the Discord eventually.
Whoa! Well, I remember that bird with the weird haircut.
How long have we known each other? I mean, I guess we've
we've
really
been
met
aware
at
of each
MagFest.
other like at
I
least
mean
11. When was that Final Fantasy that Final Fantasy 6
I feel like that
single
was, like, 10
sitting
years
stream
ago.
that I did? Like, cause you donated for me to name Locke Coury.
Yeah. And then you didn't like use lock at all. But I'm glad that like we were able to preserve that save.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a
show up in-
a big thing.
It'll show up in this in the
Oh, are you going to
save
show the
file
episode with like
yeah.
with Coury C on it?
yeah, or maybe not. Just like I think
you,
that
you
other
should
people.
you should boot up that file and like actually have Coury at a party.
Hey, why not?
Am I about to head to the?
How many continues you got? You got a lot of lives. It looks
Yeah,
like
I'm
you're
sort
getting
of
better.
recovered, but uh-oh. Well, let's not speak too soon.
It's an auto-scrolling level.
Oh.
Oh.
I was expecting an escape sequence.
AA batteries that don't leak. I mean, the lithium. I mean, lithiums don't leak.
Yeah. Oh. Changing directions with the dash. I mean, the dash is cool, but there's certain aspects of how it works that I don't fully understand. Ugh.
I'll check out that trailer after this is after the stream. I will be interested to see if there's like a renewed interest in the Retrode after the episode comes out. Because I mean, the whole idea behind the Retrode, like the main use for it, is that it's people can use it to like dump the ROMs of their own cartridges, which is definitely is cool. You know, it's like it's a very good good use for it, but I like the save aspects of it. I kind of got on that tangent. I think I saw someone mention like something else. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that'll happen to the Retrode. I don't know.
I think that was my last continue.
Ben Joyce, we do live streams every Sunday night.
Yeah, every Sunday night. We almost never miss.
Yeah, only when there's certain events or something like that. There's like no way, like holidays or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, next weekend is the start of E3. The Bethesda conference will happen.
We'll be streaming during that.
Yeah, I mean, the Bethesda conferences are. I mean, you know, I like Elder Scrolls and all, but I doubt they'll have Elder Scrolls there. So, that's probably one of the less essential conferences for me to see live. In fact, I think I've only seen Bethesda live maybe once.
I'll put it on the little screen like I did last time. I think I did that last year. I mean, I don't know what I'm even looking forward to.
I think
there has been like a little bit of talk. Like I thought it would be fun to like if there's conferences and stuff. I thought it would be fun to go on our like Twitch and do something about it, or maybe we can record it ourselves and then we can put it up like as a video log right after.
Maybe
like kind of like how we do with our commentaries. Well, I wouldn't say that we're better than Bethesda's, but you never know. I mean, we'll see what happens.
They'll have that new Doom game.
I'm surprised that they're having a conference. I mean,
they always have a conference.
I know, but I feel like they've had a really bad year.
I mean, sure, but I mean, I watched that video you linked me, but like I feel like relatively indifferent to the whole Fallout 76 Fallout because it was a game that I never had any interest in.
Well, same here, but I just think what I think is interesting is it's not just the game was bad. It was like it goes. Did you watch any of that video?
Yeah, I mean it goes well beyond the game being bad.
Yeah. You know, there's what is the one video? There's the video that I sent you, a specific about by the internet historian. It's very funny. It's very dry. But that's what I saw. I watched that and thought it was. It's like, oh, there's a lot of other stuff going on here that I was. Than it just like being buggy. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
I mean, the only thing that made me wonder is like, why is everyone trying to chase, the next big online game, when like people, people like 80% of the time are going to hate it. It's a gamble. And then when people do like your game, they hate every update you do to it. So it's like, it's gotta be so discouraging. Like, I am sure like Bethesda is totally out of the online game business at this point, basically. I'm having a harder time here than I did before. Like, I've seen a lot of people really worried about like Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 going to use outdated engines and stuff. Like, that's never been particularly concerning to me. I mean, because I don't know. I like Bethesda's normal games kind of just as they are. Some updated tech would be nice, but I don't fully understand like why I can sometimes dash in the other direction seamlessly and other times I can't. I just don't understand. I think that was it, wasn't it?
Oh, did you get a game over?
Yeah, it's a total game over at this point.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't know if there's really enough time to start over again. Although I would like to play the game again soon because I definitely think I learned that train level pretty good. I'm not too concerned about revisiting that. The escape has me a little concerned though. I wonder if I could maybe use like a password to like play test that level to sort of get a feel for it, because I don't understand the mechanics of like when you're like changing direction while doing crazy back and forth dashing like that. I don't quite understand why I can sometimes pull off an immediate turn in the other direction and sometimes I can't. And sometimes when I'm trying to like stop, he like continues dashing off in the other direction. I mean, it feels like the dashing mechanics are well thought out, but I don't have them fully figured
out. So what do you want to play instead?
I don't know. I
Why
kind of had Donkey Kong Country on my mind, but I mean, that would probably be close to an hour. But I could probably do it in less than an hour, I bet.
Beat the whole game?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Should I do it? Should I just do it?
I didn't. I can't imagine like beating it that quick, but it's been a long time.
I mean, I'm sure I could. You want me to do it? I'll do it. I'll play. You know what I'll do? I'll play Super Donkey Kong.
Okay. Dang.
I mean, I don't know. It's been a few years, but I'm sure I could do it. Super Donkey Kong.
Hey, why not?
I mean, I'm not going 100%.
I guess it does. I guess that makes sense. I always thought it was way longer than that.
Nah.
What happens if you can't beat it in an hour?
I did, what? Do what in an hour?
Like, what happens if you can't beat it in an hour?
Nothing. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty good at this in general, though.
I mean,
it's interesting though. I mean, did you used to just like do like a run of it just because you felt like it? I mean, I used to do that with Mega Man X. Where I just played
I'm sure I did. I don't specifically remember, but I mean, you know, I definitely don't have like a photographic memory of where all the secrets are and stuff, but I mean, it's
you gotta beat it by 11:38, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I was in my mind, in my memories, it was like as long as Super Mario World. But I mean,
well, Super Mario World, you could probably beat that quick. Oh shoot, you could probably beat Super Mario World that quick too if you wanted.
Yeah, I guess. I guess just I don't know. I couldn't, at least. I remember them being a lot longer than that.
I wouldn't be surprised if I could beat Super Mario World in an hour. I mean,
yeah. Well, then you do like a race or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did really bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the last time I've played through
all
of Super Mario World.
You fell apart on the last boss, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was so stupid.
The any % world record for Donkey Kong Country is like 8 minutes.
Really? I mean, there's got to be some world skipping shenanigans going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know any tricks.
How many levels per world are there? And is there branching paths at all?
No. There's no branching
Would you say
paths.
the second one is the best one, or?
Oh, easily the second one's the best. Without question. But this one's also really good. I mean, I like the third one too. I mean, I like them all for sure.
It does make me want to replay this one though. I got this the same Christmas as I got Secret of Evermore.
Ah. Have you like only beaten it one time?
This? Yes. Yeah. And I didn't even get the second or third one until I got them on Virtual Console, and I was able to put those save files on my cartridge.
I
love the. I'm going to use it. I'm using it for the music of this episode, I'm using kind of a lot of heavy hitters that I don't think that we've ever used before.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wonder, like, I wonder if, like, sometimes do you ever feel like you don't use certain music, haven't used certain songs and episodes because you don't want to like waste it on that episode. You're like, I've got to keep some in mind for later on. Well, like big one, I think
there's certain things for sure. Although, like, a lot of the key, like, console-specific episodes, we've already kind of situated.
Well, I guess, like, the big one, kind of like an iconic Super NES song that I don't think we've ever used is, I'm going to be using in this is the ending theme for Chrono Trigger.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh.
I know.
Might be the best tune on the system. It's, I get chills listening to that.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure if it's like something I should do or not.
I mean, I want to use I definitely have a dream of like having some reason to do like a Chrono Trigger episode someday, but
yeah,
I think it's okay to go ahead and use it. But oh gosh, it's that tune. It gives me chills. Like it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've never used it or not. I don't think
I've never used it.
I certainly can't think of any incident that's been used.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's too much. If it's
too it's
you know, it's
pretty over the top in its goodness.
Yeah. So, I mean, currently that is in there. Whether it makes it in all the way before the episode releases remains to be seen. No, it's not a Chrono Trigger episode, but I mean, I just feel like it's a iconic RPG on the system. You know, it's like that is something that someone will a save file that people will want to save.
Oh yeah, I wanted to save mine because I mean I had 3 really good saves that I had put a lot of you know, I put a lot of time into New Game Plus and, you know, had some really leveled up characters.
Yeah. But I mean, also, I guess the thing that got me thinking about it too is that, you know, these, like I said, these save files are part of our own history, our personal history, and in a way you're saving them from a bad future. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna save. No saving.
Okay. Well, you should save because they're good save files to have.
Well, okay. But
I guess it doesn't really matter if it's an hour.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll go with the last save. I'm just thinking of saving time. I mean, not that I'm like truly speedrunning, but if I game over, I earned that game over, you know?
Yeah. But you know, that's kind of a big one. That's probably the big one. That's the one that really got me thinking, like, is this the right time to use this or not? I don't know. I mean, it's an episode and subject that I'm passionate about. I feel like there's probably worse times to use it. I mean, it's probably a fitting time to use it, I guess.
I mean, I also love Final Fantasy VI's ending theme, but I feel like it's just got like so much going on. Like it changes so frequently.
Exactly. I see Rusty was saying, watch the Super UFO video that you did. When did it go up to $200? And that's something we just kind of figured out.
Yeah, people have been talking about how it's like expensive now. And you know, that video was just like what, maybe 2 years ago? And you know, it was like a budget flashcard. And it had been around for a long time. So yeah, it's not easily obtainable anymore, and that's something that we actually mention in this saves episode.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Hopefully people will like it. I mean, I don't think that there's like a video out there that's quite like this one, or the subject matter at least.
I used to think the Minecraft level was so hard.
The Minecraft level?
Did I say Minecraft?
You did.
I don't even know why I said that. Like I don't even care that much about Minecraft.
You're more of a Roblox fan.
I don't even know what that is.
Don't lie.
Is that what the kids are into these days? Are your kids into it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm more of a Dragon Quest Builders
here and there.
Man.
I know it's not the time, but should I buy a Dreamcast VGA box or try my luck at those HDMI cables? If you're considering either one of them, I'd save your money a little bit longer and just get a the DC HDMI mod whenever you can instead.
Yeah, I'm really interested in trying the HD Retrovision, or well, yeah, those two, but also the one that Retro Access and Dan Kuntz collaborated on.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That's what I need to get one. I need to get one with a longer cable though. Usually they're like 5.5 feet, but I need one a bit longer than that.
Yeah, mine would probably have to be a little long as well. Oh. That's my second death.
Is the frog in any other games?
Nope. Nope, he is promptly forgotten about. I want to say that the Donkey Kong Land on the Game Boy only has possibly only Rambi. No, I'm pretty sure Espresso the Ostrich is also in that.
What's the frog's name?
Winky.
Oh.
Yep, his name is Winky.
Huh.
Do you know all of the animal friends' names?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the spider's name is. What's the spider's name?
The spider is Squitter.
I just think that like Winky is. I don't know. It almost makes no sense. I guess. Like the other ones, at least.
I found the shortcut out of this level literally the first time I played the level, because I like saw these fast moving things and it like terrified me so much I went the other way. That when I was like really little, I was like huge into Teddy Ruxpin, and there were these creatures called mud blumps in Teddy Ruxpin, and I as a kid I thought they were pretty scary, and yeah, so those kind of made me think of the mud blumps, and I was like,
The mud blumps. Is that?
mud
I always think of I always think of the rolling grumblumps. I talk about that all the time. I mean, sometimes I'll call my son a grumblump. What?
You call your son some made up thing that I made up for a How to Beat video.
Well, I tell him not to be a grumblump. If he's like if he's does it seem weird that
it's hilarious?
it's like an actual thing?
Yeah. And so like he's gonna go to school, he's like, did your dad ever call you a grumblump?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's dad calls them a grumblump.
Yeah.
Don't you watch My Life in Gaming?
For this, it's the How to Beat Super Mario 3D World with Friends episode about the rolling grumblump, and I guarantee it is only because I heard it so many times when I was making the VHS dub.
And that was just like what I called those like things in that lava level. I just, we had to make up a name for like everything in the, or if it had a name, we had to make up a stupid name. I call them the Rolling Grumblumps. Or wait, maybe that's what they're actually called. Maybe I didn't make that one up.
I hope that it's a made up thing.
No, I don't think I made it up. Now that I think about it, I think that might look it up.
I'm gonna have to look at it.
I think it might be what it's actually called.
Yeah, it is.
Are you disappointed now?
A little bit. Once a player steps on a grumblump, the smiling face turns into a frowning face, and it starts moving gradually along. Yep, there it is. Grumblumps are block-like obstacles that make their debut in Super Mario 3D World, which are large multicolored crystal blocks.
Their debut.
Yeah, that's first and last time. But you call them the rolling grumblumps, the rolling aspect.
Oh, yeah. You especially don't want to be a rolling grumblump.
Yeah. So did you, I did not, before we even get into it, I did not watch the new Death Stranding trailer.
I did.
I didn't. Don't tell me anything about it. I think it's like actually kind of fun that I didn't watch it.
Yeah, well then you're gonna have to like get it right when it comes out. It's like November 8th or something like that. Like the trailer itself does not make a lot clearer. I mean, maybe a little clearer the kinds of gameplay situations you might run into, but it's still very much an enigma. Oh man, I've got tears in my eyes from laughing about Grumblumps. I mean, it might. It certainly looks interesting though. There's no doubt it is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if it sucks, then what happens?
You need to get it day one, and
yeah, I mean, there's no way I would not get that on day one.
Yeah,
like that. I mean, I think I said, you know, I definitely have to get Last of Us, whatever day one that comes out on, whenever that gets released. I'll have to get that day one as well. Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, you don't want that spoiled.
Yeah.
I was thinking about waiting because I was like, well, I'm sure there's going to be like PS5 enhancement for it or something. But I think you talked me into like I should just play it.
Yeah, because you know it's going to get spoiled some way or another. I gotta find time to go see that new Godzilla movie too.
I mean, I've been terrified of getting spoiled on. I probably shouldn't say because what if someone in the chat is mean? But you know, I am behind on AAA games. Let's say that.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. I just realized, I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's like during the weekend when I haven't been like working on like video stuff. I've been like working on the house. I don't think I've beaten a game in, gosh, that's been a while. I've not finished a game since, let me see what the last thing I finished was. It's been a long time. I haven't even started anything either. I just like haven't been in the mood to. I
finally started Fire Emblem Fates this weekend. Which is actually moving along at a much snappier pace than I thought it would. So I wonder if it won't actually be that bad of a beat. But I'm like I really needed to finish that because like, you know, like I kind of want to be done with like major hours long 3DS games, you know?
Yeah. Actually, you know, I didn't check it off, but I guess I beat Night Striker last week. But that was the first game that I finished since February. Better get on this or else I won't have anything to talk about on the year-end video. Actually, I already have stuff to talk about. So it's okay. But
yeah, like I want to play Fire Emblem Echoes as well, which is also on the 3DS, and then you know the new one comes out, and I'm going to get it day one because I mean Nintendo games never go on sale, and I've got my Best Buy Gamers Club that expires in September, so like I pre-ordered like a bunch of Switch games because you know assuming they honor it after it expires, like it looks like I can lock into the price. Like I even like pre-ordered Metroid Prime 4 because like what are the chances I'm going to be able to get it $48 any other way, you know?
Yeah, which speaking of that, I mean you just were talking about today about how annoyed you are about the Hollow Knight.
Yeah, like I mean I noticed when I was like looking for stuff to pre-order on Best Buy, particularly Switch stuff because it just doesn't go on sale very much. I was when I was looking to lock into that $48 or less if it's a cheaper game, I noticed that Hollow Knight was coming to Best Buy. Like, I thought that was just going to be like a fan gamer thing.
Well, they're all like doing these like
Which
these,
I mean, like I mean,
but
but don't get me wrong. I'm not one of the people that's annoyed about like limited run being in Best Buy by any means. Like I think that's cool. You know, the rarity or exclusivity of it like doesn't appeal to me. I like, you know, I just want a physical copy of games that look fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're much more generally concerned than I am about like having like the complete patched game on the disc or on the card,
Right.
which, you know, I prefer it that way too, and I always like think it's really cool when it happens that way, but I just think I'm less bothered by it than you are. But I put in Hollow Knight into my Switch, but you know, I pre-ordered that like, what was it, earlier this year, or you know, maybe it was even late last year. I don't know. And I thought it was only going to be on Fangamer. And, so I've been holding off on this game that, you know, people say is super, super good. And I think it's only going to be on Fangamer. And then I see it's going to be on Best Buy. And then, you wait all this time to get the Fangamer one just came the other day. And like immediately it wants to download a patch that's going to take like 12 to 15 minutes to download. Like that really rubbed me the wrong way, because like now it leaves me wondering like, well, shoot, should I wait for the whatever is going to other retailers? Like, what if
I think
it's probably the same. But
it's going to be the same because it's like out at Best Buy now.
Okay, so it's probably the same thing, but it's still like I don't know. It just
annoyed
me.
I wonder if the PS4 version has a patch. If anybody is in the chat that has the PS4 physical copy, does it have a patch? Because I know that the PS4 version is 1080p while the Switch version is 720p even docked.
Oh, I didn't know that. Of course, it's the kind of game where it's kind of like Cuphead, where you know the style kind of masks that. I tried for just a couple of minutes docked, mostly because I wanted to see like if the game would even boot up without that 15-minute download.
Yeah. Oh, the PS4 version was delayed. So I wonder if that's going to have the. I wonder if the patch even is. So I was going to mention this earlier. So for this save game episode, I'm making a point to use specifically like my childhood system. So I wonder if people will be annoyed that I'm using a original style, like non-one chip Super NES. So it'll look a little soft, but that's okay. I just think it's kind of fun to do it that way.
I saw someone ask how you decide which version to get when it's multi-platform. Like, if it's a game where I don't expect the Switch version to be particularly held back, like a 2D game, then generally I'll get it on the Switch. Just because you've got that portable option. Plus, something I discovered when I played Dust on the Switch. I'd never played Dust before, and I actually really liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I don't mind. Like, I played I don't know, probably the first third of the game in handheld mode, and I feel it was the first time like I had played like hours worth of a game with the button D-pad. Like, you know, I feel like generally when I've been playing handheld mode, which I do not infrequently, it's been an analog stick game for the most part. And you know, I like that the button D-pad like does not bother me at all. Like I feel like it should, but it doesn't. Like it feels completely fine to me to use. Like it doesn't bother my thumbs. I don't feel like it's inaccurate. Like it just works fine for me. So I mean,
it just works.
Good. Yeah, so I mean that definitely encourages me even more to want to get Switch versions of stuff, because that's a good option. I mean that, you know, it's mostly the portability factor, and also the fact that I feel like, you know, 2D games are just at home on a Nintendo system in a lot of ways, and I like putting it in a system that doesn't rely on a mechanical drive.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not like reading the disc, but you'd still run into trouble someday later on, potentially. But yeah, like anything, most things that if I think like, you know, the PS4 version or the Xbox One version is probably going to run better than, you know, I'll probably not get the Switch version.
Right.
But one exception to that, I actually read some impressions of the or at least read part of impressions of the Japanese version of Dragon Quest Builders 2 that suggested the Switch version is maybe not very well optimized, but I thought the Switch version ran a lot better than I expected for the first Dragon Quest Builders. But I just really wanted to get it because it felt like a game that I would get more out of if I had the option to play it portably. And so I enjoyed the Switch version of Dragon Quest Builders. So as of right now, it was actually one of the games that I pre-ordered when I was looking for Switch games to pre-order while I still got the Gamers Club. But now it kind of had me second guessing maybe I should get the PS4 version. I don't know.
Yeah. I bought this yesterday from Target. Dynasty Warriors 9. It's $5.86.
Yeah, it's apparently, it's funny. It's apparently one of the worst Dynasty Warriors games. I don't know,
but I don't think I have
exactly,
any of them, so it's good just to have one.
Yeah, yeah.
They had the PS4 version that was $6.66, and I almost bought it, but then I was like, I just thought it was funny that it was $6.66. But then I saw the Xbox One version. It says as is $5.86. And what was it before? Let's peel off the sticker and see what it was. I mean, obviously, it looks like it has multiple layers to this sticker. It was $8.36. It didn't even sell at $8.36. So it made it all the way down to $5.86.
I don't even know why I'm still trying to get one up. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, your time is half up, by the way.
Oh, I screwed up. Yeah, I should try to avoid the bonus games unless I think they might be a level skip or something. Sometimes I just like, my natural inclination is to go for the bonus level though. Like just muscle memory in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought this was like such a cool level. Like the weather gradually gets snowier over the course of the level. It's a pretty good shortcut, though. That I think I will get just fine.
They changed the whole thing tremendously for Dynasty Warriors 9. So you think that, I mean, did anybody like it? The changes that they made? I thought you were done for there.
This is I think I missed the shortcut.
Does every level have a shortcut basically?
Not necessarily, not to my knowledge. I don't know the secrets of this game as well as 2 though, just because like I say, like the secrets in this game, you know, I've done, you know, straight playthroughs of it plenty of times, but secrets in this game just aren't as compelling, I guess, just because, you know, it's just one-ups and stuff. I mean, I've got 24 lives, like there's no way I need them all. I think I've used the Crystal Caves music before, maybe.
I think in this episode I'm gonna be using from 2, like the hot.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's one of my favorites.
It's good background music too.
Yeah, but you know, I bring up the music for like gameplay when it has like a good part of the music.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a minute and a half into it. I mean, are you halfway through the game at this point?
Oh yeah, I'm past halfway.
Huh. What's your favorite Goemon game?
It's between the first one on N64, the 3D one, and the second one on Super Famicom. Tough call between those 2.
Yeah, I've only finished the first one, the first Super Nintendo one, or the
I
US
like
one.
Great Adventure a lot more than I did when it originally came out. That's not to say I didn't like it. I did, but I just I think I just got a newfound appreciation for it though. When I replayed it several years ago and got 100% on it. Oops. Well, that effort was wasted. So, yeah,
What are some? Someone say I hope you use a lot of save file music, but the problem is that I agree, but a lot of them are very short and repetitive.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good save screen tunes that I tend to like. I really want to use it, but like sometimes if I think of like if I come across a section that of a video that's like only going to be like a minute maybe, I'll be like, oh, right. I'll use a save file tune here.
Yeah, I mean,
like I think I used one from recently used one from in the 3DS episode. I think I used the save select music from Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which I really like.
Oh yeah, see that I can't use the Final Fantasy Tactics one in this one. Maybe I'll use that in the
memory card.
next one. Yeah, in the memory card one. But if anyone has some like other good ones, I mean, I haven't completely filled out all the music yet. So if anybody has some recommendations, it's got to be a cartridge game. Save screen music and Mario Paint. I'm not familiar.
That's interesting. That has an interesting beat to it.
The problem is, I guess, also is that not a ton of Genesis games use saves.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, I've only got 28 lives left.
I don't want it to be all like Nintendo music, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I have a lot of stuff in here that is like, it's not save file music.
Doesn't like Shining Force have music like on the file select screen with that girl who's like, wow,
so that's
what a weird
one.
name.
I'll check that out. I'll look it up. That's actually that's a good suggestion.
And Beyond Oasis is a I didn't know this until recently. That's a Yuzo Koshiro game. I don't know what type of save it uses though. I don't own a cartridge of it. I played on VC. I didn't like it that much. I think did I use music from in the Mega SG video? I don't think I did.
See, the thing is like I've thought a lot about Sonic 3, and I think that I will use it, but I think that it's tough to use Sonic 3 music in stuff like that. I want it to get flagged for whatever reason.
Is Sonic music flagged a lot?
Well, I think this specifically Sonic 3 does.
Oh, that makes sense.
Menu music. Okay, I'll take a listen. I mean,
yeah, I know what the Sonic 3 save menu music sounds like. It's pretty cool. I have no idea how repetitive it is, though. It's not the sort of thing you look at for very long.
Right.
You think it'll use any Phantasy Star music?
No, I've made it a point to like not use that. What about like on the Game Boy Advance or 64? Because those are definitely under
Toons.
Yeah.
64. Let me think. I don't know if it's in like the save management areas exactly, but there's some interesting tunes in in the first Mario Party, in the sort of the village where you like, you can like choose options or go do this or that. Some interesting tunes in like the options house or something like that. I can't remember what tunes are associated with what building though.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that's still unused or unfilled in, I guess. So maybe I'll check out some of these. I mean, put out a PSA on your main channel for VHS recordings. It might have video game commercials on it. I mean, I think it'd be awesome, but I mean, I don't know if anybody would even consider sending like that stuff in. I unfortunately have not done a VHS episode this year. It's like a yearly thing, but it has not been one this year.
This is the only level with squawks. But in the sequels, he's much larger. He's like twice as big and like actually can carry you.
Yeah, you got 15 minutes left.
No, it's not happening. I was using an hour as a general.
Oh well.
There's 2 more worlds.
I think that everyone thought that you were gonna do it. See how far you can get though. Is this the boss right here?
No, there's one more level and then the boss. I wasted too much time on
Mini games and stuff.
I mean, just because it's just natural to go to them sometimes.
Well, I just see how fast you can go. Like, don't go to all that stuff. See if you can do it.
I'll try to avoid it.
But I mean, I'll have to. Yeah, I mean, I should check out the file music in this, like revisit it. I feel like there's not a lot to it though.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably only so many of those you can actually stand to use. I'm sure I could think of some good ones on N64.
Yeah, well, keep that in the back of your brain for tomorrow. See what we can come up with.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot this one does the high jumps. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Golden Sun. Okay.
I don't remember the file select music in that. I want to say the file select music in Mario Golf on Game Boy Advance might be pretty good. Can't remember for sure though. think it's
RE2 save room on the 64.
what?
So it's Metro Frost says RE2 save room on the N64.
Well, that
I
kind
feel
of
like
counts.
that's more.
You might want to say that for the PlayStation stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, you know, password music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, something that I really like that I feel.
But I feel like that's kind of betraying the idea.
Yeah, you're right. That is betraying the idea. You're right. Yeah, that wouldn't quite be valid.
Yeah.
But on that subject, I can't remember if I've used it before, but something that I feel always gets ignored, because the Mega Man X password music is so good.
Yeah, but
Something that I
it's
feel
so repetitive.
Yeah.
It's like it is so awesome. It's a great song.
But something that I always feels gets ignored because that's so good is I really like and maybe even prefer the Mega Man 7 password music. I can't remember if I've used it before.
Is this the last world that you're in?
No, there's one more.
Oh.
But then the last boss is his own level. Oops.
Well, I mean, I'll have to. I'll try. I didn't think about the Shining Force stuff.
I can't remember how good that music is. I just remember that being like its own dedicated screen because it's got like a character on it.
Yeah.
I bet Beyond Oasis has something too.
Yeah,
you just need to check what kind of saves it actually uses, though.
Oh, it uses SRAM.
Oh, okay.
Got a Guillaume. Guillaume, I assume that's how you say it, as saying hello from France.
Well, hello.
Beyond Oasis might actually use flash RAM or the FRAM or the FE RAM or whatever it is. Well, let me check it out. I mean, if it's FE RAM, I mean, it's giving me an SRAM here.
No, I didn't
So
know
it could
you.
be
I
up
didn't
here.
know you had. I mean, you can open it. I didn't know you had a cartridge for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is the Wave Race 64? Does that have good file select music?
I think it's the title screen music, which is amazing.
I'll put that in here anyways. That would technically count, maybe.
Wave Race Blue Storm has pretty good file select music. If I'm thinking of the right thing, I don't know if it's separate from the title screen or not.
The Sonic 3 save screen music, which occurs after 47 minutes.
What? Sounds like a hoax. I don't know if I can buy that. Ooh.
You have 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, do you think I should finish though? I mean, it would probably take like.
I'm curious to see how long it actually does take.
Okay, well, I'll...
Hopefully you'll finish it before midnight.
Oh, easily.
Okay. It's save select music that we're talking about.
This does feel like a Last World, though, doesn't it? Like, just...
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Like the factory, I don't know. Like, the Last World is actually kind of lame. It's just like... It's like the cave world.
Oh, yeah, the save file music from Secret of Mana is very good.
I don't remember what Sega Densetsu 3 sounds like. There's one of the town themes from, even though I don't think I even heard it recently, but one of the town themes from Sega Densetsu 3 like really has been in my head like for months. At the moment, like, I can't even conjure it, but it has definitely been a recurring earworm.
That is true about Sonic 3. So what does it do? I mean, there's...
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, what happens?
Like, so you
obviously
you looked it up, it's real?
Everyone's saying, like, the Sonic 3 thing is not a hoax. What does it do? I mean, I don't address it because it's like it's not the idea of the episode.
It sounds kind of dinky. It adds a bell section to the loop for like 12 seconds. That is super weird. It's like Totake's song.
That's what Nitro Frost is saying. Well, now, I mean, I have some stuff in here, but I was like, I just could not think of a lot of.
I mean, a lot of title screen music could work too, I think, for the episode. As long as it has saves.
We got a $5 donation from SSJN who says, I'll stay around till midnight, but I better get time and a half. Me too.
Yeah, we're not gonna have to do that. It'll be a little shorter than that. I'm confident.
1 minute.
1 minute until we meet my hour.
Yeah.
What was it? 11:39 or 38?
38. Oh, we got retro cores in the chat. Thanks for stopping in.
I never liked this Minecart level.
You almost said Minecraft.
I did.
You caught yourself.
I did. I never liked this minecart level as much as the other one because the jumping out of the minecart mechanic, I don't know, it doesn't feel as natural. I mean, it's cool that they varied it up for sure, but the first is the classic.
Time's up.
Well, I was close to beating the second to last world. I don't know why.
I wish I could get that stupid thing stop showing up. Remember to guard your privacy, abide by community guidelines, like the learn more YouTube thing. It's just like it stays at the bottom of the chat. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, this level. I'm sure this level is like super easy for speedrunners.
Do any of the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games have notable file select music?
I feel like I could be remembering wrong, but I feel like Pokemon games have no music on this file select.
Maybe it's just the title screen, probably.
I mean, there's title screen music, but I want to say that it's silent on the file select. Well, you could use the music from when the professors are talking to you when they ask what's your name and are you a boy or a girl?
Mm-hmm.
That music is usually pretty good. But I could be I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like there is not file select music.
Yeah. Zelda is in there.
The file select. I mean, I'm not wild about the Zelda file select music.
Well, it's kind of a lead up to. It's
iconic.
I know, but it comes up for a minute for just the harp at the very beginning before the actual, which is not technically on the file select screen. It's part of the
Great Fairy theme.
The Great Fairy, yeah. Terra Enigma file select is the first music in the post credits. Video.
There's a post credits to this.
Well, no. I mean, post opening. I mean, sorry, post opening. Sorry, I was in the thought process of the M2 thing where it has opening credits. Oh, thanks, Retrode. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We're very proud of it.
Yeah. That is for sure.
So like, this is just like...
It's boring, yeah.
This is the caves.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just doesn't have any character compared to the other worlds.
Goemon's great adventure file select theme is slick and funky, but that game uses...
It uses controller packs, which will be in the next episode.
Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure it uses controller packs. I mean, the first one on N64 does.
Yeah. Tiny Toons was earlier. So.
Yeah, I got fairly close. Yeah, I made almost to the last level.
What's kind of silly is like the amount of time you just played.
I could have played it. I could have played it again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I had Donkey Kong Country on my mind for some reason. I just wanted to play it. But I did a backloggery stream once where I played through all 3 games in one stream, but I think it took about 6 hours. 3 took considerably longer. You know, because I've probably played it the fewest number of times.
Jeez, people have been joining the Patreon like crazy during this stream.
Oh. Wow, thank you.
Never seen this game to the end.
What'd you say?
So, our guitar 78 in the chat says that they've never seen this game to the end.
Well, you're about to. Do you think I would have made it in time if I'd avoided bonus levels better?
Probably. We got $7 Canadian from the D.
Oh, thank you.
Saying cheers, guys. Thank you.
Did not particularly intend to get into that mini game.
He's just playing the Japanese version because there's just something different.
Yeah, I have it. I've never.
I've
never played through it, so why not? I'm not a speedrunner and do not know speedrun strats, so it has nothing to do with it.
What is your favorite downloadable game on the Switch?
Download only? I've not downloaded very many download only games.
Yeah.
For the Switch. You've done more than I expected you would.
Well, it just depends. I mean, like the Sega Ages stuff. I wish I had another option.
I do really want to get. I mean, if it doesn't come out here, I might just get the Japanese version. Hopefully, it comes out here though. Is it slated for coming out here? The virtual racing.
It's gonna be. Yeah, there's no way they would not release that here. I'm surprised that they haven't yet.
John's video made me really want that. I mean, I don't even know if I've even played any version of virtual racing.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that you're interested in it.
I don't know. I like Stunt Race FX.
Yeah. This is a bit different than that though. Is that the last save spot right there?
No,
that's
funky.
Funky, right?
Yeah, it's funky. Save is Candy Kong. I believe one of the last tweets I ever did, like, on my my personal Twitter account, was I saw a car that the license plate was DK apostrophe S girl. DK's girl. And I took a picture of it and tweeted, is this Candy Kong's car?
Speaking of cars, so like at 4:30 in the morning last night, or this morning, we like wake up because we hear these tires screech and like this gigantic car accident, like right outside. It was like a horrifying sound. And
what time?
Like at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was like down at the end of the block, and apparently, some girl was drunk and like crashed into like a car. And the stupid thing is like it's her car, but she like got out and ran.
From like wait, did she hit another car or
yeah, she ran. I mean, it was an empty car, but like the car was like totaled. It was like rammed into like this.
Did you see her run?
No, well the thing is like some people down the street were like, "Oh no, you don't." like came out and like went after her. But the thing is I thought they handled it. But I guess she like ran away completely and like ran away from those people.
Wow.
So
this is the last
it's like it like wrecked this car, and I feel so bad. It's like it was the car that got totaled was like the neighbor's kid. It was like he was like 18. Like just like I think he just graduated from high school.
It's just like right away, and it's like there's no way they're not going to find out. Like,
yeah, well, that's
because the car is left at the scene.
Yeah, I don't. I assume that she was okay enough to run away, but who knows? I mean, she like the car was just total. Like it like wrapped like not their car was not totaled. The car that she ran into was totaled because she like hit it,
right.
And it like went into a lamppost and like crushed it up against that, like wrapped it around that. Um, but I mean, I don't know. She's probably in such a rush to get home because she had to poop really bad. I saw I thought about that because I recently saw a bumper sticker that says, you know, like, sorry, I'm going so fast, I really gotta poop. It was like a bumper sticker.
I mean, I felt that way before.
But I just thought it was kind of a funny just a funny bumper sticker.
I have definitely felt that way before. Like,
well, yeah. But
it's one of the worst feelings in the world, actually. Like driving and like you have to do like a crazy poop. It's not a good feeling.
It is not. But yeah, I mean, it's too bad that they happened. I don't know. I think the idea was she would have no proof if she wasn't seen. She ran away. There would be no proof that she was the one driving the car.
Oh.
But I think that your insurance, even if that's something like that happens, it's not like your insurance doesn't have to pay anything. Your insurance is still supposed to cover it, I assume.
So did you observe this from your bedroom window, or did you like go outside?
Well, I mean, we would have I feel bad that we didn't call the police because we thought those other people were handling it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the police saw it, like someone must have saw it and reported it, and they find out who owned the car because they just like looked it up. But yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. It's it is the bystander effect where you think that someone else has got it handled. But in our case, like people were like out there and like ran after them. I don't have a front lawn. I was looking out the bedroom window. But to be woken up by that sound, because it was loud, and just that sound of cars hitting another car is the worst thing. Oh, is this a boss rush? Or is it just
it's just.
Oh, you got the.
There are 2 color swap bosses in this game.
Got it.
They play a little differently, but not much.
So yeah, I mean, but the thing is
I'm if she gets like
if it's like a if it's a hit and run, isn't that like technically worse than it would have been than getting a DUI? Okay, DUI is totally worse than a hit and run. Okay. Yeah, it's $7 donation from Human Rights with just a smiley face. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it?
No, there's fake
Another
credits.
form. Did you know it was a fake out the first time you ever saw it?
I was suspicious of the names in the credits for sure.
Yeah.
It's like horror. Like the bounding he does is like so fast. Oh. Okay, it's the second. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make
You
that.
got sit through those credits every time.
Huh?
You got to sit through that fake out every time.
I don't think so.
I got a $1 donation from Daniel Franken. Thank you. He's not gonna get it by midnight. But I mean, it's gonna be darn close.
It's gonna be close.
As long as you don't fall apart here.
I mean, it's the last form psychs you out because I just feel like the way he jumps is like terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. Like, I wish we didn't have on-street parking. We've lost side mirrors before, but I can't imagine waking up to find that my car was totaled.
From sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for the fake crash the second time. Like, it's just, like, the jumping is so quick, it's just really scary, I think. And then his second pass jump is, like, real short hops. So you gotta kind of roll under him. And, oh, he does another round of that, I forgot. Oh, I did it. I did it in time. At least according to just barely.
Oh, yeah.
I watched my clock turn.
What's he saying?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I wonder if he's like using polite language or not. Like, in Japanese.
1 hour, 22 minutes. It's not bad. You gotta.
So what do you think? Do you think Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country could be done faster? Or at least what I could do.
Oh, I don't know.
Not using warps in Mario World. I don't know. Oh, he said something about 101. He was probably just telling me to get 101%. Yeah, I definitely could have done another run of Tiny Toons, but oh well.
Yeah.
I want to try and beat it soon, maybe.
Yeah, you should.
But that escape sequence was pretty tricky.
Yeah. Better like getting under 1 hour next time.
Yeah. I should try to achieve that someday. Like, not using speedrun strats, just using my normal little playing.
But don't stop for all the one-ups and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's just part of how you play, you know? Clambo? Yeah. I don't think that's what it's called in the US. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. These are probably unchanged. Yeah, one of the things
No,
that
let me do a
impresses
speed run of Golden Ghosts. I don't know. That's probably one of the few games I can
beat pretty fast.
Yeah.
You know, something that has always, I think, been impressive about the Donkey Kong Country games is, other than like one, maybe two returning enemies, they all have completely new casts of enemies. Like, completely new backgrounds, completely new character models, completely new character designs. Like, it's very impressive amount of effort for an annual series. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
That you might not expect. The only...
Well, I mean, the first one, they did most of the heavy lifting.
Sure. I mean, the formula was made. But they had to make new models, new animations. You know?
But they can spend a majority of their time doing that then.
Sure. But like, the only... unless I'm forgetting something, I think the only returning enemy from... I'll be speaking in English. The only returning enemy in Donkey Kong Country 2, I think, are the Zingers, the bees. And they are a new model. They're slightly smaller in 2. But then Donkey Kong Country 3 actually gets rid of the Zingers and replaces them with a completely different bee enemy that's got more like it's more like got like a buzzsaw type design on its abdomen instead of a single stinger. It's really crazy how much animation is in this. And it's like all really smooth too, you know?
Yeah.
Like for the first game that had been done in this style on that scale.
Cranky just says I took less than an hour. If you do it under an hour, I wonder if he says that.
Oh, I wonder. I don't know. I don't know.
But I wonder what he said. You should.
I should find out one day.
Choose my How about right now? Just kidding.
Nah.
This time. Well, is that gonna do it?
I guess that'll do it for this time. Went a little more overtime than I expected, but
yeah, it's all right though. If you haven't had a chance to check out the Shot Triggers interview,
or if you haven't watched the main M2 documentary, do that too.
Yeah, and we'll get back to regular episodes in 2 weeks from today.
Yep. You said
Anyways,
today. You said 2 weeks from today. We got to make it happen.
I think I can make it happen. I'd like to be real close by the end of this week, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
All right,
everyone.
Good night.